Tonight, we unveil the 10 most haunted hotels in Italy, where the walls whisper secrets and shadows move when no one's watching. Behind their elegant facades lie centuries-old mysteries, tragic love stories, and spirits that never checked out. Dare to enter these cursed corridors. But beware, some doors open by themselves, and not all guests sleep alone. Stay with us if you have the nerve. 1. Grand Hotel AdPalmo, Palermo. In the heart of Palermo, where gilded chandeliers cast flickering shadows on marble floors, the Grand Hotel AdPalmo stands as a decadent monument to Sicily's enigmatic past. But beneath its polished surface lies a darker tale whispered through time, one of veiled rituals, blood oaths, and spirits that refuse to rest. Once a gathering place for aristocrats and intellectuals, the hotel became a clandestine meeting ground for the Sicilian mafia in the early 20th century. It is said that a deal with deadly consequences was struck here, its final price paid in blood. Guests wandering the labyrinthine halls at night often report the scent of cigars and echoes of low, murmured conversations, though the halls are empty. Others have seen shadowy figures wearing elegant 19th century clothing floating across the grand staircase. The bravest of visitors whisper of a chilling presence lingering in room 224, where they wake to the sensation of unseen hands brushing their skin. The most unsettling story, however, involves the ballroom, gilded and grandiose, where figures cloaked in black are said to appear during moonless nights, performing a silent ritual that freezes the blood of any who dare to spy. Do you dare to step inside and uncover its secrets? Beware, some doors here are better left closed. 2. Hotel Danieli, Venice. The waters of Venice are said to whisper secrets, but none echo as hauntingly as those of the Hotel Danieli. Once a grand 14th century palace, its ornate beauty belies the tragedy etched into its bones. By moonlight, its gilded halls take on a spectral glow, the exquisite chandeliers casting trembling shadows across its time-worn walls. Here, amidst the marble columns and woven tapestries, the restless spirit of a nobleman's daughter lingers, her story as sorrowful as the melodies of the gondoliers outside. Legend tells of the young woman, doomed by her forbidden love for a humble sailor. On the night they plotted their escape, her family's wrath found her first, silencing her forever. The hotel became her eternal tomb, her anguish woven into its foundations. Guests recount the chilling sensation of a cold draft brushing their cheeks, as though unseen fingers linger against their skin, and the faint sound of delicate footsteps echoing down empty corridors. Some awaken abruptly in the stillness of night to whispering voices in a language long forgotten, only to find their door ajar. Beware the darkened mirrors, they say. For in their inky depths, her figure may appear, watching, waiting, a shadow lost to time but never to memory. 3. Albergo Burchianti, Florence. In the heart of Florence, where Renaissance beauty and history reign, the Albergo Burchianti stands as a quaint boutique hotel. But behind its charming frescoes and sunlit courtyards lurks an unsettling truth, a truth whispered by shadowed hallways and heavy silences after dark. Once a palace filled with opulence, the hotel has gained infamy for its eerie inhabitants that defy the constraints of death. Guests who have slept in the infamous fresco room speak of a spine-chilling experience, the sensation of invisible eyes watching from the darkness, breaths feather-light yet cold against the nape of their necks. It is here that a phantom woman, knitting serenely in her rocking chair, has been seen by the bravest or the unluckiest. Her gaze never lifts, her hands ceaselessly weaving a tapestry of dread. Childlike giggles often echo through the elegantly tiled halls long after midnight. Though when curious guests investigate, they find not playful footsteps, but only shadows thicker than they should be. The staff avoids speaking of these hauntings, but they cannot deny the shivers that crawl down their spines when dusk falls. Albergo Burchianti is more than a piece of Florentine history. It is a place where the past refuses to rest. 4. Castello della Castellucha, Rome. In the pastoral outskirts of Rome, shrouded in a halo of mist, lies Castello della Castellucha, a medieval castle that seems to exhale the weight of its sinister past. Built in the 14th century, the fortress-turned-luxury hotel is an idyllic escape by day, but as the sun dips below the horizon, the air grows colder, and the line between the living and the dead begins to blur. Locals whisper of 3 restless spirits bound forever to the castle's ancient stone walls. Guests occasionally report the fleeting shadow of a pope, mounted upon a spectral steed, galloping across the moonlit grounds, his ghost doomed to wander after meeting his end here. Others swear they've seen the anguished noblewoman who was hurled from the castle towers, her desperate wails still echoing in the night. And then, there's the alchemist. Once a brilliant but dangerous figure, he sought forbidden knowledge within these walls, conducting macabre experiments that some believe unleashed an eternal curse. Guests claim his phantom eyes pierce them from the darkness as a sulfuric tang taints the air. The hotel invites you to stay, but beware. When the clock strikes midnight, Castello della Castellucha becomes a theater for the departed, their spectral dramas unfolding, unseen, until now. 5. Hotel della Ville, Cvita Vecchia, just a stone's throw from ancient Roman ruins. The Hotel della Ville stands as a silent witness to centuries of history steeped in blood, shadow, and mystery. Beneath the hotel's foundations lies a necropolis, a city of the dead, where Roman soldiers and citizens were laid to rest long ago. Yet it seems their slumber is anything but eternal. Guests speak in hushed voices of eerie sensations that creep over them as night falls. The air turns bitterly cold without warning, and shadows stretch and shift, flickering as if alive. Others have heard soft whispers echoing through the empty halls, each word just out of reach, like secrets never meant for living ears. In the dead of night, figures are seen in the corners of vision, only to vanish when looked at directly. Some report waking to the sound of phantom footsteps, a steady soldier's march, or the metallic clink of unseen weapons drawn. One room, room 204, is often avoided. Doors swing open without touch, and the scent of ancient, decayed earth permeates the air. They say the Roman dead still wander, tethered by unrest and memories of a long-lost empire. Will they let you leave when morning comes? 6. Relais. Villa San Martino, Martina Franca. Beneath the elegance of the Relais, Villa San Martino, lies a darkness few dare whisper about. This 18th century villa sits quietly amidst the picturesque beauty of Martina Franca. But those who know its history claim the land it was built on was once used as a burial ground for an ancient, almost forgotten civilization. By day, its luxurious halls and serene gardens entice wanderers into a dreamlike trance, but by night, the charm gives way to something far more sinister. Guests and staff alike speak of peculiar happenings, doors unlocking on their own, as if unseen hands were granting entry to something or someone. Icy breezes tickling their necks as though ghostly breath lingers behind them. In the orchard gardens that stretch behind the villa, murmurs carry on the wind, whispers in a language no one recognizes, as if the dead are reliving secrets they refuse to take to the earth. But it's the spa that inspires true dread. Once a place of relaxation, it has grown infamous for sudden drops in temperature so chilling it feels as though winter itself has taken root there. Some say the spirits tethered to this land are restless. One can only wonder what truth lies buried beneath. 7. Hotel Villa San Michele, Fiesole. Perched on the steep hills of Fiesole, overlooking the city of Florence, stands the ethereal Hotel Villa San Michele, a place where beauty meets the macabre. Once a 15th century Franciscan monastery, this breathtaking retreat hides dark, spine-tingling secrets within its serene cloisters and lush gardens. By day, sunlight dances through the ancient stone arches, but as night falls, shadows lengthen, and a suffocating stillness overtakes the air. Guests whispered for centuries of ghostly monks robed in black, silently pacing the corridors when the moon is high. The air grows heavy in the chapel, a relic of devotion now abandoned. Local legends speak of sinister chanting that echoes through the walls on stormy nights. Chants in Latin, the words indecipherable, the meaning unmistakably ominous. Some say it is the monks' spectral penance for sins buried deeper than the monastery's foundations. Room doors rattle without warning, even on windless nights, and those brave enough to explore the cloisters after twilight report a sudden drop in temperature, as though invisible specters brush past. It's the chapel, though, that unnerves even the most steadfast visitors. On tempestuous evenings, a faint glow is said to emanate from its altar, the souls of the damned, forever seeking absolution. 8. Palazzo Galetia Biosi, Ravena. Under the gilded chandeliers and frescoed ceilings of Palazzo Galetti, Biosi, lies an unsettling darkness that even its refined exterior cannot conceal. Once the home of nobility, this 18th century palace whispers of a double life, an aristocratic residence by day, and, as persistent rumors claim, a grim sanitarium by night. Its opulence offers little comfort to those who check in today, seeking a peaceful stay, only to find themselves caught in the whispers of its haunted past. Guests who stroll the dimly lit corridors after dark often speak of strange sensations, as though unseen eyes watch their every step. Mirrors in the old wing are said to show flickering silhouettes behind those who glance at themselves, only for the figures to vanish the moment they turn. Others report walls that sigh or whisper in voices too faint to discern, like echoes of long-forgotten anguish. Some have even heard muffled sobbing behind locked doors, or felt an icy hand grip their shoulders in the dead of night. It is said that the spirits of the palace's hidden patients linger here, never having left the place that once housed their torment. The question remains, are you brave enough to listen for the whispers after midnight? 10. Hotel Deamichi, Artenna. Perched at the edge of the ancient, mist-cloaked hilltop town of Artenna, the Hotel Deamichi hides in the shadow of history's long-decayed ruins and cavernous voids. At first glance, the building feels unassuming, a haven for weary travelers. But once inside, the air thickens, as though the walls themselves are burdened by secrets dark and unrelenting. Guests have long whispered of an unsettling figure that roams the top floor near the creaking elevator. No one has ever been able to capture their features, always a blurry outline of human form, with an aura so cold it leaves frost on nearby windows. A lesser-known legend speaks of cursed caverns that stretch beneath the town, where rituals were said to have been conducted in Roman times, their echoes perhaps still resonating in the ether. Visitors report waking in the dead of night, paralyzed by unseen hands pinning them to their beds. Others have found strange, illegible symbols scrawled on fogged-up mirrors, symbols that vanish as quickly as they arrive. Even staff are said to avoid the topmost floor entirely after dark, though their refusal to explain why only deepens the chilling unease. Dare you stay and uncover what stirs just below the surface? As the night deepens, these haunted halls wait for their next visitor. Will it be you? Let us know which hotel sent chills down your spine in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, for you never know what might be lurking in the dark. Sleep tight, if you can.